Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, mornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hades and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. We are stumbling our way through fighting the forces of darkness this morning, folks. I appreciate your patience and apologies. I just went from 0 to absolute 60 as my normal alarm did not go off, and I woke up at 10 o'clock. So, thank you for your patience in the slight delay. Let's go over what's been going on with me. Yesterday was the game day. So yesterday I had a wonderful game with the kids over at Benton County Public Library. We truly, I love seeing how their minds work, watching children, they're teens. Some of them are young adults because it goes through 19. I'm going to have to set up some kind of side program. But wow, watching their attention focuses and how they come to solve problems reminds me of the importance of having systems like D&D and creativity-based critical thinking in place, because I think that is what has led us to where we are, or frankly, the lack of that has led us to where we are. We need desperately to instill creativity and flexibility in our youth, not necessarily the cult-like brainwashing I so often encounter. It is still my opinion that the basis of the modern public school system is designed to help children learn how to work in a factory setting in the 1930s. But that is neither here nor there. We are instead brought to a world that is made dystopian, perhaps, at least in the short term, by, again, rendering us barreling towards company stores and union breaking and cruelties that are unnecessary. However, my friends and duckies, I am a student of history. And while history repeats itself and the forces of darkness do at times rise to crush the souls of the unwary, good and freedom are natural states of humans. The raw foundation, the very soul of the American experiment has, for the last quarter of a millennia, stood up bold and fearless in the face of any and all oppressors. We will stumble, we will fall, we will face plant severely. But let it be known, we always come blasting back to the forefront, aware and informed more from our scars. Because this is the United States of America, not the megacorp of America, LLC or whatever. So I know right now there is a lot going on, and a lot of it can be rather spooky. But I think we have to keep the perspective that the best of us are still here doing the best we can and the best they can. And by seeking out the positive in these storms, by looking for the hope in these times, both on the macro scale and the micro scale, as small businessmen, women, and entities, I know my audience, we can really, truly use that energy to build forth and improve our lives, but we can't do it alone, and we can't do it as distracted as we normally are. We don't need necessarily the true opiate of the masses, which is doom scrolling, nearly as much as we all claim to. A shift in priorities of creation instead of consumption is what will save us all. So I ask all of you, as we approach Mother's Day, yes, it's this Sunday, hope you have something. I ask that we remember that. Remember that humans are innately creative beings. That's what makes us the paragon of animals. And that as creatives, you, me, everyone, we strive to create a world not only emboldened towards creation, not only facilitating of joy, but of one where the greatest creation we hold, the light that guides us into the next dawn, is the creation of a little bit more love. Because, you guys, love is all we need. And it is also the only way we're going to get through the coming storms. Don't let fear of possibilities cloud you. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it fail to. Don't let yourself fail to build bulwarks against it. I woke up this morning in a panic because my alarm just didn't go off until the last minute emergency alarm did. That panic was never permitted to wallow in, more than, saying my favorite letter word for feces, 4-letter word for feces, that is, which is a massive chant of power. Indeed, those who know me, power word has been known to elicit interesting and possibly supernatural results in the right setting. I don't think that story will ever make it into Through the Thinning Veil. It'd be too short. Then again, we'll see. Anyway, it's a good stick. No, I didn't let that stop. I didn't go, oh, what am I going to do? I dropped gear into absolute sprintification, suited up, watched my computer go, blah, 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 fought StreamYard, not wanting to connect to Kick, blah, blah, blah. Got in and I dropped it because the creation of this show, as silly as it is, as limited a reach as it may be, it creates something. It creates ripples. It creates motivation. It creates that little opportunity for somebody who's watching this now or later to look at their choices and maybe just a little bit dare to gamble on caring, dare to gamble on themselves in a small space, to lay down the money, the time, the effort to say, maybe I can do something. Because I'm not going to lie to you, we will fail at some points to some scale. Face planting is one of the natural human tendencies. We did not get bipedal easily. But we did, my friends, find our way to these literal heights and from crawling upon the ground. And we have a great effort and a great tendency to reacquaint ourselves with the altitude. We are arboreal creatures at heart. That's why in our youth we love to climb those trees. We are meant to see from a higher plane than all who lack wings, than all who cannot fly. And when we realized we don't have the wings and we want to see from a higher plane than that, we built them. Just recently, despite everything, we celebrated the journey of several brave people who once again chose to use their ticket on a pillar of fire and to ascend on essentially a lengthy controlled explosion against gravity, against the most unapproachable of climates, to circle our nearest celestial body. Just as I hold when I hold certain current events as we must not forget, we also must not forget that we as humanity, more so as a species than any nation, have a drive and a calling, a massive press towards something out there, something new. And that exploration for some is external. They go out to the deepest depths. They go out to the farthest reaches of our odd little world and beyond. But for some of us, the depth turns inward, and we are conduits of different dimensions, personal living gateways to beyond of untold beauty and unspeakable horrors. And we use that to express the human condition. We use that to expand on what it means to be us, to provide experience. We seat ourselves above fictional gods to watch them play and guide their way. This, my friends, is the power and the wonder of the creative. Yes, we need to monitor our business needs. Yes, we need to try to alter our market and improve our products. Yes, we need to constantly seek editors, which I will be doing when I get through with this beast. I need to proofreader and editor and my tattered and battered beta readers. But what wonders do we find? What joys exist in the illusionary allegories of the echoes of our mind? So I'm going to say this weekend, none of this would be possible without our mothers. So for those who have done the job and those who have taken the place when the natural spawn point failed in duties, to those who have worked and slaved outside the home and inside the home and both, and to all those who gave life to give life or to protect it. I just want to take a second and thank you all. We couldn't do what we do without you. Now, I have a backlog of comments, and I actually have some sprinting to do. So I am going to run an ad, and I'm going to run an ad to give myself just a little wiggle room. And when I come back, we're gonna feature some folks, and we're gonna talk some more. Okay? So I will see you in a little under 2 minutes.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Okay. Breakfast-like object is acquired. My meds can wait. You're groovy. I do have one message. I am okay, guys. Any extra redness or swelling or weirdness you're seeing on my face and or marks on my arm are from the assorted braces and the mask I have to wear to sleep. You usually don't see that when I first, because by the time I get streaming, I've been up for a while and everything's reinflated. I'm not injured. Nothing bad other than oversleep has happened. And I'll probably be stuttering a bit more because, again, I don't have my meds. So, let's go through the ads. Through the ads. Woohoo! Go through the comments and let's see who's here and what we're up to. Good morning, Mr. Hollifield, coming in at 5:53 this morning, far earlier than I did. And good morning, Carl. And good morning to everyone else as you're being greeting. Let's greetingful, being polite. Oh yeah, my brain is spinning right now. Accountability. Donna sent back corrections for the Muncie guide, and those corrections were made. If I don't hear from anyone else, I'll release it in the wild in the next weeks. Excellent. Hey, Dan. What's been doing? Hey, Donna. Hey, sweetie. Wakey, wakey, folks. And don't wanna hides under the blankets. Oh, my gosh. I know that feeling today. Hugs for Foxy. Toxis chocolate. Just out of reach of the blankets. That's diabolical, good sir. Hey, Foxy. Oh, no, the dreaded chocolate trap. Snaps it like a hungry hippo. Ignore the upturned box. Stick, rope, leading to the stick. You folks are in trouble. This is the first morning in a month I've had kidney pain, so look out. Oh, they're in real trouble. Because I'm right here coming at you live with absolutely none of my usual buffers. And that's good munching on chocolate. See? I will be doing the thawed out from frozen Christmas tree cake. That's going to be my joy at the next break. It has hampered my mood too long. Let's hope that it stays good until tonight. One, I hope you're taking medicine to do something about that kidney pain. And two, ha! Carl has yanked rope, trapping Foxy inside. Now to conjure Dawn as Foxy curls up under the box. No! LOL. I don't think that's LOL. I think that is the figure of Carl drowning. Oh no! I'm being lured in. But if she's inside the box, how can she be outside the box? Schrodinger's Foxy. Is she in the box or is she outside the box under the cover? I don't know, and I'm not checking because I currently have 10 little malfunctioning digits on my hands. And while they may not work right, especially of late, they do work, and I'm rather attached to them. I'm not ready to go full conversion cyborg yet. At least till it looks like that we won't be having some of the shenanigans we're having outside the blankets. Peeks under the box flap. You have no patience for the space. Oh wait, no, that's Foxy peeking out. Okay, I thought for a second Carl was speaking, and I misread that. Good morning, Foxy. Also, accountability. YouTube sent me an email about how my channel is doing. Like I care. Hey, if you have subscribers, you head of many, many people. Good morning, Uncle Carl and Don and Foxy. Hi, Angelina. And hi, Angelina. Hi, Angelina. I guess it's a good thing I didn't do my insomnia stream at 3 a.m. It seemed like a good idea. Angelina. Hello. Hello, Grant. So glad your pain is gone, Uncle Carl. Me too. I had some kind of injection in my spine Tuesday, and I feel so much better. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know you guys are both been going through it. I hope you guys have a really splendid weekend. Hey, Grant. This is great news, Angelina. Hello, Carl. Hey, Grant. Hey, Foxy. You guys are in a chatty mood. Like and share. Hey, it's Nick. Hey, Nick. The lovely Donna. And Charcoal got down and Callie got up, busting busy lap this morning. I bet. Botrix has successfully joined the channel. Hey, how you doing, Botrix? Callie just got down from in here. They're making the rounds. Oh, good. And she said Yoshi was hissing at something outside. I have never heard her hiss. Probably a stray outside? Possibly. Now safe for headphones and earbuds, we hope. Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn is the mistress mind behind the adventures of Buddy and Georgette. The creator of Cat Wiggles cat toys, available at Stooges in, I believe, Peoria, Illinois. And loving significant other of Ted, who has recently endured or is in the process of treating throat cancer. Dawn has incurred a lot of financial issues from that, as people do in the American medical system. Please consider buying a shirt to help them out. Thank you. Alrighty, now back to the commentaries. There's Dawn. Oh, I like that. And yes, there it is. Hi, Dawn. And we are the paragon of animals. Poor animals. Yeah. The cephalopods do pretty good. The cetaceans are way up there. And thou shalt not mess with the corvid tribe. It's just us, our primates get a bit uppity. Right. I have a demanding gal wanting pets. Oh, that's a lovely feeling. Oh, and the feline overlord speaks. Hey, Dawn. Yo, your stream has real... Oh, okay. I'm going to just skip the rest of my kickbot. Hey, hello, Dawn. Love this evolutionary talk. We are the talking monkeys. We are the ones who dared. Quite. Goodness, just flexed my hands. All the knuckles went off. Sound like firecrackers. Oh, that sounds nice, though. Woohoo. Still recovering from PT? Mostly, and guess what I'm doing? It's PT day. Right? Yeah. Yep. Hey, Dawn, how's Ted? Do you know if you're going to come down for Dead Pirates Uncon? And YouTube not showing the comments again, so let me catch up. It happens. Decided on Mondays and Fridays to build some recovery times. That is smart. Smart. Well, got the idea from a support group I'm in. Oh, that's cool. Still waiting on Ted's second oral surgery. Not making it to Uncon. I have a major sad about that. And we're going to give a hug to that. And thank you, Ab, for the ad. My pleasure, Carl. Thank you for, frankly, the break to run, get potty, grab food. Ads are very important on this program. It's my best book yet, I think. I'll get to it one day, I hope. No, hopefully. I'm sure you will. Sucks being broke someday. Nick, don't put off your meds. Do I really need to tell you this? No, you don't. However, if I take them, there's a kick-on period where I am not very functional. I can delay them several hours either way. You know, I could take them a couple hours early. I could take them a couple hours late. But if I take them, I will also have a blood sugar crash or something like that. So I have to balance these sorts of things. Oh, speaking of, took last morning pill. I forgot that one does not that one because it's not in regular rotation. Good. On the plus side, cleared my snoop up pretty good. Glad to hear it. I can breathe. That's a plus, indeed. We stopped at Stooges inventory to refill cat wiggles. I sold 4, but that's not the most exciting part. Ted came with and finally met the owner. Continues. My baby's and the shirt. Morning. Hi, how are you, dear? It's amazing to hear from Emily with the evil Orban sky. I'm so proud of you, Don, getting out of your zone and selling wiggles. While we were talking with him, another guy walked in. He looked familiar. Ted used to work with him 13-ish years ago. They used to talk metal. The shop is also, the owner is also a metalhead. Metalheads Unite, some of the nicest people I've ever met. A quick 10-minute stop turned into an hour. Ted was tired, but he was finally not pissed off at the world. That's very important. Carl says he's been watching Stephen Fry, brilliant man, on YouTube, where he's talking about the evolution of language. Oh, that's so good for Ted, and glad he was in a better mood. Glad to see Ted out in the world again. Very much so. It summoned me. Well, I'm glad you're summoned, dear. And it looks like I've caught up, so I will run an ad and totally not sit and do horrific things to this little lunch cake in front of me, so my blood sugar comes up. So, Trey got skipped because of potty necessity, so we'll hit Trey. Alrighty, mostly inhaled, feeling much better. They really are. They really absolutely are. The cat wiggles, I assume? And, oh, that's good, Dawn. Hope things even out for him. And hey, Emily. Yeah, it's really great to hear from Emily. Emily is a lovely lady I usually only know through a certain room of a greenish color and what's going on in the secret humor group. So it's wonderful to have you prowling around here. We probably should talk weekend plans and things. I have, of course, a shockingly busy weekend plan that involves, a visit to my mother, the matron of our household at large. Well, the farther household. The matron of this household is asleep. And she can sleep through me booming and dooming and doing whatever I have to do. Because one, she's used to it. And two, she deserves to sleep in. Hardworking lady. Beyond that, it's time to get some plants in. And I have to go out and get a few little things. So there will be a lot of yard work in the near future. There will be a lot of running in the near future and screaming and yelling in Japanese and going, Godzilla! No, that looks like Godzilla, but for legal reasons it is legally distinct and separate than Godzilla. But we should run like it's Godzilla. Ah! Turned out only to be, of course, Doom Bunny, whom I love. Oh, that was interesting. Let's see. While it hurt for him to smile, he did give me a few grins throughout the day, and his eyes looked less sad. Especially since this dentist appointment was not too stellar. And everyone is greeting Emily because Emily is amazing. And I got my cannolis and churros confused for a moment. No, I got to see Churro yesterday. And our dear Churro was taking a good deal after our mistress of the dark, she decided she wanted to go to Fashion War, and that was war, and it was impressive. Both she and our dear Grimm went out and had fun. No copyrights. That's right. I'm not getting sued today if I can avoid it. But who doesn't love a good kaiju invasion whenever possible? I know I do. So, I have to look at the weather for the next few days. I have to look at what needs done. And then I probably have to do some mild unpleasantness, but I might be able to do some coolness. I'm hoping. Yep. One's Mexican, the other's Italian. Both are quite delicious. Love you guys. But I want to hear what you guys are doing this weekend. What are your plans? Because, like I said, beyond that, I've got work, visits, and then whatever Mandy wants for Sunday. My incredible youngest brother is going to catch a ride with us so that he can go get his motorcycle back. Take the cannoli, leave them there for gone. Making me want something sugary. You could turn Wake Up Thesis and be like, give me some sugar, baby. Sorry. No, yeah, I desperately needed something sugary, and that's why I keep some stuff around that's, the diabetic equivalent of a defibrillator, I swear. But it gets us through the day. Now, I do need to do considerable more artwork, but I don't know if I'm going to do it on the stream or not. Maybe after therapy. Yes. Do something unpleasant, have something pleasant on the other side. That's how I've gotten through a great many things in life. Might not even have to wake him. Inside joke. Oh my, green room tonight? Holy shit, you sound like Barry White when you drop your voice. I assure you, it is just the effect of the systems, the broadcasting. Although one of these days, I'm going to leisurely come into the stream with one of my morning old man voice bubbles, and I get closer to Sam Elliott. It just boom, because you need that healing, that sexual healing. Anyway, honey, I love Barry White, and Barry White loves you. I'm going to tell you what. I have no doubt of that. Wherever and whatever that man's doing, to know you is to love you, Emily, and you know that from the bottom of our hearts. But I think it's about time to run an ad for one of our dear friends, and since Foxy's been so delightfully chatty.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indiecity.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Yes, I turned a blaster into Pingu. I'm going to tell you guys something. These are the solution to many of humanity's woes. A great many problems can be solved by putting googly eyes on it. I wake up with Lurch voice when it gets higher. I'm certain you do. Magpies in the tree. Trelena! Magpies are in the tree again. When I talk to them, they stop and tilt their heads back and forth. They're sharp little dudes. Ooh, I'm going to skip briefly to good morning, folks. Made a pit stop on the way to Fisher's. Figured I'd pop in and really quick before continuing. You are always welcome and much appreciated, oh Grandmaster Joseph of the Road. Joe may in fact be king of the road. Do. Someday I'll record Lurch. Wow. Okay, let's go. Of course, Foxy, you are a Disney princess, and Joe, and might have some crab rangoon. This message is brought to you by You Can Go Anyway. Hey, Joe, be safe out there. Sam Elliott is sexy as hell, and he's uber tall. And that stash. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Hey, there is nothing wrong with having a good taste in men. Nothing wrong with having an appreciation for a tall drink of water like Sam Elliott. It speaks to your maturity, your wisdom, and your proper appreciation of aesthetics. Well done, young lady. Can't decide if they like talking to me or they are plotting against me. Yes. Yes. Not the green room. Or, yeah, see? Yes. It is yes. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure magpies are among the birds that you can bribe continuously and make good friends. If we had more crows, I would probably be befriending them. The squirrels can go. We have squirrels that are like this big before you get to the equal tail. They look like groundhogs. Yeah. It's almost like I get to start Sam Elliott talk. Hey, you got to appreciate beauty in all its forms, masculine and feminine. And, Sam Elliott is an incredibly masculine man, and there is nothing wrong with that. Just, I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second there. No, there's nothing wrong with that. The world will always need cowboys in one form or another. Somebody to inspire us to try to live just a little more free. And I think that Sam Elliott is very good for that. It just, he usually plays characters who have very positive masculinity. We need more characters like him. We need to bring back, hashtag bring back Sam Elliott. We need more Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott is the reason Don insists I have a beard, I think. That's one reason. More crows, which is Rich. Where is Rich? Rich is around, lurking, watching. You never know. Magpies will bring you gifts if you befriend them with food. I thought so. Sam Elliott does not have a beard. He only has he has one of the great, magnificent stashes. Him, Tom Selleck. It wasn't real, but David Suchet's Hercule Poirot stash was legendary. There have been a few. Lieutenant Dangle. I'm kidding, of course. Roadhouse. Yes. I haven't watched that movie in so long. My gosh. And yeah, I mean the stash. Pardon that mine is unkept. Again, I sprinted for the door. But I've often double serenade from Freddie. Freddie and the Magpies sounds like a great band name. Freddie and the Magpies. Oh my gosh, does that sound like a great band name? I admit it. I just have a facial hair press. Hey, we go down the line about, does it float your boat? Does it blow your skirt up? Yes, it does. Does anyone get hurt? No. Is it harming or non-consensual? No. No problem. David Suchet's Poirot is one of the two to three most important characters on my youth. I really mean that. I People who see me know I walk kind of oddly, and many times when I was younger, I walk, you know, because of my hip problems and my back problems, a few other things. I walked lots of little steps, and seeing Poirot was uh, was a great comfort. And reading how book accurate he was, brilliant, brilliant Belgian little man. And since I have family not far from there, uh, and certainly genetics of the region, it appeals. Of course, I am a disheveled, comical mess today, but everybody has an off day. I miss Ted's goatee. I bet you do. He does too. Need a purple jacket to go with my purple Munsey cap. There are patterns online. If you can't find it, make it. That could be arranged. David Suchet's Poirot was the best Poirot. Totally reminds me of the books. Oh, absolutely. Just absolutely. Maybe Donna could. We're donating. Are we talking about donating a gray goatee to Ted? I mean, I know it's joking, but that's also kind of a loving thing to do. You guys are really cool. You know that? I mean that. You guys are being very quiet about your weekend plans, though. Are you being nefarious? I think there's some nefariousness going on. And I respect that. Let's see. Who else is nefarious? I haven't run this ad. I'll run this ad. Yes. Let's see, not joking. I've often told my mom that if they ever figure out how to transfer fat from one person to another, I donate for her. Okay, I know that they can relocate fat in someone's body. I don't know about person to person. We can glue one of his old ones on. Don't ask. Oh my. Anyway, weekend, just the usual. Oh, yeah, absolutely nothing. Wow. I'm going to go to Fine Arts Fair in town tomorrow. Well, that sounds nice. Oh, wait. Niece is coming over to help Uncle Carl clean the driveway. Oh, crud. Well, you're busted. And Green Room, Princess Bride. Nice choice because of Dawn and maybe some fun if my husband gets the hint. Can I take you guys into the close-up cam just for a moment? Can I do so? Sir, if our cannoli cutie is giving you a hint like that, invest in that hint, enjoy that hint, elevate that hint, and everything it represents. Have yourself a good old time because our world needs it. So you do what needs done, sir. Is it doing this again? Yeah, it's doing that. Excellent. I think the Speedway Flea Market is Sunday. Since I have no major Mother's Day plans, I may go there. That sounds. There are a lot of uh, farmers markets and things going on. So yeah, absolutely. Sounds like something fun to do, Don. And Carl, our reporter on the scene, is going to investigate a crash. Uh-oh. Seems like there's been a feline conflagration somewhere between the hallway and Donna's room. Live reporters are being dispatched right now here on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Don't. There's me missing the recycling bin. Yeah, absolutely. You are angelic, dear. The altitude of said angel, sometimes we wonder, but you are angelic. Tomorrow, one of the used bookstores in the neighborhood is having their 10-year anniversary. So, see, you're living a valuable and lovely life. Were I not going to our Mother's Day, to see my mom, I would be going to probably taking Mandy to Kentland has a farmers market that's starting this weekend, and I was thinking that would be a lot of fun too. LOL. Cool, Donna. I went out and interrogated Callie. He looked guilty and said, "Not me, not I," said the fox. I don't know if we have plans at all for the weekend. Well, it's not too late. Now, plans can be as simple as we have popcorn and C-dramas, or I'm going to watch the, Plan 9 from Outer Space or something. Lost Skeleton of Cadavers, something good. House on Haunted Hill. And have popcorn. It doesn't take a lot. But I think it's important to try to make sure to maximize to a level our weekend's deliberateness. Now, you can say, I am deliberately doing nothing. My butt is going to be glued to the couch, watching something, reading something, or just sawing wood emphatically, and that would be okay. But I think it's important to keep that track. When you're retired, it's all weekend. Yes. However, that doesn't mean you still shouldn't do so deliberately. Someone said, and it's morbid, but it's funny. It was a comic strip from Calvin and Hobbes. Yes, I'm dating myself. Who said, I don't understand why old people drive slower. I have less time. I should be able to drive faster. By the time I'm 70, I'm going to be an absolute menace. And, sometimes I wonder about that. Got to clean house for the next few days. Lots of fun. Well, it can be, or it can be funner than it has to be. You could at least rock out with some good music, get some groove on while you're doing it. I think, you know what, Indigo's positive, but I think he's giving us a valuable message here. He's saying, take the negatives. Take the little negative and turn it into a big bunch of positives. And I am here for you, Indigo. I think you're right on target. So found a sit and stitch at a different neighboring town's library on Monday night. Ooh. I'm actually trying to encourage some of my teens to consider setting up or participating in something like that when it's not, game night. And yet we're all greeting Indigo because it is always fun to do so. My cats are being lazy bums. Actually, no, I think they're staring out the front window, going at the different birds because that truly enjoys them. Dawn really is really coming out again. Very good indeed. We may actually be in the Danville area in the fairly near future, acquiring something called the Hoyer lift, because Facebook Marketplace has. Well, you never know. Maybe we'll do another Munsey show. Maybe. And that would be Carl's request to hire someone to black bag Dawn and bring her to Danville so that they can do a Munsey show. And you know what? Just for S and G, let's hear it. Let's hear the Munsey song. Y'all love it. Feel free to sing along as soon as I get where I am.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
That wasn't a hint for the ad, but thanks. Honestly, you guys get such a kick out of singing along with the ad and yelling chair that we might as well all have a good time. I don't get to the desktop very often right now. Cancer sucks. Yes, it does. Yes. Yes, it very much does. But one secondary plug for anybody who may have come in or comes in late, if you want to help them with their cancer woes and the finances involved, Oral Cancer Sucks. I help Ted kick cancer in the throat. Buy shirt, help Ted. And I have to pull the comment down so you guys can get that QR code. Yes. And then we'll drop that. And we're back to the comments. When we hunt together like in Joe's Park, we sing a song. We understand, Dawn. But we swallow and we will kick it. Yep. Because, and not necessarily for you, but guys, this is not the green room. Also, I am not a kit cryptid. Woo! Yeah. I do look like I've been pulled through a shrub backwards, but that's okay too. Wow, Emily. Yeah, well, just drop that one within the last couple minutes of the thing, but that's okay. We love Emily for being Emily. Wow. That is a spicy cannoli, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. Guys, as we go into this weekend, I hope you are having a wonderful time. I hope you are visiting your moms if you have them. And if you don't, I hope you're finding joy where you can. I hope all the fur baby moms who are going to be talking real soon have a moment to enjoy with their fluffy. And I hope everyone just gets out and enjoys the sun, enjoys the fact that spring is somewhat upon us. And remember, guys, that for most of America, Mother's Day is the line for when you can plant outside non-cold tolerant plants. And that's something you didn't know. So I had to shoehorn that in somehow because I love that little bit. That was so much fun, Carl. Spicy cannoli. You know, if you put a little bit of cayenne on in your dark chocolates, just a little bit of pepper, a little black pepper will good too, but definitely red pepper cayenne. It'll pull out the flavor. Oh, wonderful. And you know, it's all about knowing what herbs and spices make the world a little better place. Am I right, Cannoli? I think I am. With that said, guys, I have a lot to get to. Gotta go take my morning meds and get up on my day because I actually have a very busy day of assorted work planned that needs to be done. And ahead of that, I'm just going to knock some stuff out, okay? So, guys, while you have the time, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too, and I will be back very soon. Toodles.